Today I'm celebrating the life and the contribution of Alfie Kohn. He's probably a little known person to many of the people watching this, but he was an educator that certainly inspired me in many ways as I was really exploring the realm of education and how to be a better teacher, how to be a better parent. Now, he was, I would say, unfortunately, really um, celebrated and came to prominence for his stuff that was outwardly against competition of all sorts. His influence has affected the lives of young people, whether or not they realise it, because it was his work that suggested that all competition was ultimately bad for young people. It's for that reason that team sports have been underplayed, that now when there is a sports day, everybody receives a prize. People aren't allowed to compete. I remember going to my own children's sports days and just being utterly bemused by the fact that there weren't any races anymore. That there was the most bizarre sporting activities being undertaken that people couldn't win. And I wasn't someone who won enormous numbers of events when I was young, but I loved taking part and the thrill of being part of a race, the air and the sight of things rushing past us as we run. Doesn't matter whether you win or whether you lose, it's just the taking part that counts. At least that's what my parents always taught me. Um, I think that there's something profound, especially in boys, but I would say in people generally, that enjoys the excitement of a competition, of a game, of pitting our wits against other people, measuring our strength, feeling the inspiration of seeing other people do better than us, do differently to us. And yet, it's really true that in the realm of education, competition has been taken far too far. And a lot of mental energy is wasted at school in measuring people's success and comparing themselves against each other. I would say it really has had a profound effect on the way we exist as human beings, because everybody's being measured according to the same scale, which includes certain attributes and excludes many others. There are a lot of people that struggle with self-worth because they have spent their whole life being compared to others. This standardization of education is, I believe, an abomination to the human spirit, and is definitely responsible for a lot of unhappiness that we see in our modern world. So for this aspect, I really do value the work of Alfie Kohn. He spoke eloquently and very powerfully on the subject of what it is to be learning, how to encourage learning in a way that doesn't emphasize competition. He is someone who really profoundly um, tried to move people away from this obsession with grades and with marks and with certification, and I wholeheartedly back him up on that. I feel sad that it got taken to the point that it was then eliminating the idea of competition in the realm of sport. Um, Even though I can still see the value in that, I really love sports like parkour and other things that don't necessarily have to embrace an aspect of competition, that they can just be enjoyed as all sports can for their own pleasure. So today I want to take a moment to celebrate Alfie Kohn, who's had a profound effect on our society, even though many people wouldn't even know his name. I think that there's great value in the things that he shared, and he really communicated in a very heartfelt way. And now, the internet being what it is, you can find many of his talks online. I don't concur with his standpoint on many things that have happened in recent years. I don't fully vouch for all that he says, but nevertheless, he has had a great influence and provided a lot of inspiration to me when I was looking for people who could speak eloquently about how we could educate otherwise, and he certainly produced a lot of material in that respect. So